every human out there, and welcome back to All Mama All Right. I missed you. I really did. Today was one of those days where I just was like, I just can't wait to record and talk to everyone who hopefully can relate and just not be my husband or my child or my dogs right now because they're not listening or relating. So I have Zenna here as well. We are trying to get her off of a sleep sack that has like the arms up. And so now we're using one that just has the legs. And she does have her rhino brace on. So I'm not not sure what's going on, but after flipping around for the past about 50 minutes, she is at a standstill. So I'll got to keep an eye out on her. That's why she's joining today. And for those of you just listening, I'm holding up a monitor, little monitor, which is actually a great monitor. It is the EUFY monitor. Eufy is not how you pronounce it, but that's how I'm going to pronounce it. And it has been very convenient. You just hook it up to whatever Wi-Fi and it connects. Um, the only we haven't even downloaded the app. So it would be nice to then have you can have it on the app on your phone and then just not even have to use the monitor. Um, and the charger is replaceable because yes, we have lost one, stepped on the other connector, so we're on our third. So that's always good news that they're pretty easy to replace. But yes, today was one of those resting bitch face days. I'm just going to say it. I was even going to spell out BITCH, but let's just say it. It was a resting bitch face day. And what I mean by that was the amount of, I think, expectation that I set for the day. And once the first thing didn't go according to plan, I just couldn't shake the bitch face. I just couldn't shake or the energy. The energy was there too. And that goes from we have a fabulous cleaning lady. Her name's Fabiola. There you go, fabulous Fabiola, and she's just lovely. So Zena and I were having breakfast and talking to her in Spanish, and then it started with my not making a coffee. I just got distracted, and maybe that's why I really need caffeine almost first thing in the morning. It's turning bad, y'all. But so I guess I just had coffee on the mind. And when I didn't make the coffee, and then I had an idea for the day of all of us going and grabbing lunch and then going on a walk on the beach and then getting an afternoon coffee, again coffee, and and then coming home for nap time, and also having Zena nap during her first one. We're on day 2 of no morning naps, and we're I wonder if she's sleeping in this position, which hopefully it's okay. It sounds like, yeah, sounds like she's breathing. Yeah, she's breathing. Um, but so maybe the morning nap thing threw me off too, but it just turned into, I when you ask your husband or whoever's coming out with you what they want to do, and what they want to do is not the right thing. It's just not the right thing because it's not what I want to do. But I'm trying to be considerate of what he may want to do, even ultimately, whatever he wants to do is the wrong thing to do. And he should know that, obviously. And when he doesn't and he sticks to what he wants to do, it pisses you off. It pisses me off. So, he has, and it's nothing to do with him. That's that's the greatest worst part about it is, the resting bitch face is kind of for me. It's just me letting the world know that I am not in the mood to have any other high expectation that I set for the day be broken. Because obviously it's happening and it's going, and maybe that's why it continues happening because I'm already creating this block from any goodness to come in because of this area of my face. Just this is not happy. And and I do have a highlight. It is we have a favorite food truck, Toasted, and they make killer grilled cheese sandwiches, and they always have a special that's always changing, and then they have their staples, so you're always going to get something good, even if you're not a fan of like what the special may be. And they have gluten-free bread. So it's perfect because Aaron can enjoy it. And I actually really enjoy their gluten-free bread as well. So we kind of stalked him today. Aaron was craving that Toasted. And and so we went and we stalked him at Ryan Ranch. It's like a bunch of office buildings. And our gal Erica, it's her and her family that run it, and we just got to chat with her because usually when we see her at the farmers market every Sunday, it's busy. So no time to real like chat. So we got some good mama time. And one of the things that she said is it's so important for mamas not to feel alone. And she even thanked, me for having the mom chat with her. And it just gave me so much like pep in my step towards again the mission of this is to allow mamas to not feel alone. So I can't wait for her to come on and to tell everyone her story and whatever she's wanting to get off her chest in that moment to get off her chest, and then to have everyone come back with the me too, you're not alone, I can relate feedback, and just holding, not even feedback, just being able to hold her. And that goes for every person that comes on the platform. And so that was a definite highlight, and that was a gift that I guess I got from just saying okay to the hubby while craving his grilled cheese. But one thing for me is, and one thing I need to learn is that I really want to start speaking up for myself, especially when it comes to certain things that are triggering around food or certain behaviors. And one thing that I really just I need to continue working through is eating in the car. It's one thing that I used to, when I would eat in the car, it would be when I was binging or doing it so secretly. So when we eat in the car, it's an extra hardship that if I can avoid it, I would rather avoid it. And often I can. And instead of telling Aaron this, because again, we're at a food truck, there's nowhere to sit, we're in a parking lot. So we grab the grilled cheese and then we get in the car. And who doesn't want to eat their grilled cheese hot? So he starts eating, and then I'm like, well, I really don't want to eat in the car, so maybe I'll just wait until we get to our next destination, which was supposed to be coffee. Guys, it was supposed to be coffee, but it wasn't. We went to another stop of his to his choice, the meatery, and he wanted to grab meat. Whole time, y'all, resting bitch face, purging bitch energy because he can feel it, and he's trying to find out what's wrong without asking what's wrong, and I'm trying to act like everything's okay without helping him know that it's not okay. You know how these little energetic tips go. You no words are needed because usually at this point we're having fake conversation and or no conversation. And get to the meatery. And then I, at that point, am, just kind of like, F it, nothing's going right. And then I scarf down the grilled cheese. Well, we all know how that goes. So now I'm just uncomfortable. And now I'm pissed off. And now I'm even more triggered. And who am I blaming? I'm blaming the husband because it's not my fault. Well, let's take a step back. The expectations that I set I said, well, that's the first little hiccup is not needing to set the expectations. I know with Zen and I, when we go out on our ventures during the week, I have no expectations because I know everything's usually going to go wrong. So we don't usually plan things. I mean, usually it's like, let's try and get there. But if we can't get to that destination, then we can't. Then we'll pull up here, then we'll grab lunch there, then we'll dance around there. And then I come home and I'm like, that was the best day ever. And it's because I never had to have a resting bitch face because the BITCH, I was never disappointed. I mean, I just didn't set myself up for obvious disappointment that is ultimately inevitable when you set any type of expectation. And this can be around anything, around certain, you hear that a restaurant is rated 5 stars and you have to get this pork chop. You go, you're so excited, you get all dressed up, you save money, you're gonna just have that pork chop and you get it. Yeah, it's a pretty good pork chop, but is it to your expectations? And if it's not, then usually you leave with even the I wouldn't go back. As opposed to going in there just thinking we're gonna, let's have fun. Let's eat something. And then bam, mind blown because of the pork chop that you set no expectations for. You just hope it is pork and and is cooked and came from pig. And or honestly, I don't know how I did this, but for my wedding, I no expectations. No expectations, no promises to self, no wishes or hope. I was just like, let's it however this will be. However it manifests, unfolds, will be, it will be. And that's how I approached the entire weekend and we had certain things planned. I just recently heard about a few things that went incredibly wrong and but were under the radar, or I was just so aloof to even paying attention to something that maybe I cared about while planning, but not during execution because I just focused on riding the high of the energy of all the people, all my loved ones that were there. And you often hear, and hey, just watch some wedding movie when the bride sets the expectations way high and it doesn't go her way, and then before you know it they're divorced before they get married. So and for everything, for my recent birthday, I could feel myself setting those expectations, and then I was like, stop, just stop, because it's going to ultimately break your heart. You're going to create your own suffering. And who are you punishing? Who is it hurting? It's hurting me from having the ultimate experience that I want of excitement and spontaneity and joy just from setting an expectation, however little, however big. I guess that's just my hope that I want to continue practicing day in and day out is, finding finding certain ways to eliminate and or lessen resting bitch face April. For the sake of me, for the sake of Zena, for the sake of my poor husband, because he always gets it. He always gets it. And let's just say, my friends, this is not, oh, that felt good. I just cracked my neck. This is not something that is new, but it is something that doesn't happen as often as it used to. Because now, and even today, I told him afterwards, because he's like, "Okay, what's going on? Things are like, do you feel this?" And I was like, "Yes." Because you're causing it. Oh, I was like, yes. I was like, okay, two things just from here on out that I am gonna try. I would appreciate it if I don't have to repeat every time we go out. Is one, let's avoid eating in the car. If we can, let's just avoid it. Great, check. That could even look like just sitting on the sidewalk and eating. And two, I love eating with Senna. I think it's really fun and entertaining as heck, and important for her development, and for my, for my ED. It's just great to have a partner in crime when you're eating. And done. Period. He took it, he heard it, and heard it, and it is officially filed in that amazing head of hair of his. And we'll see. And we'll see. But once I said that, I took this huge breath. Just a huge breath. Like that. Because it's something that will help eliminate my resting bitch face. And it's not a bad thing to have those days. Yes, plural. You can have those days. But how amazing would it be to recognize and have the awareness when you can feel that, that halfway frown, the eyes up, the eyes kind of squinted, and, the raise of the eyebrows, just like, really, really, are you going to do this? Are you? And I hope that was resting and bitchy enough for everybody. But yeah, it just, and again, talking about it like this is helping so much. Again, when I was on the beach, just actually I was on the bike path about to get like trampled by muchos bicicletas, for a reason I don't know. I was just taking an Instagram video. I do have to respect bike paths. I wanted, I wanted to chat. I was excited to chat. So I hope you have that go-to person, if this isn't, and this channel, to listen. I highly enforce you responding, and enforce. I would love, the conversation. And I just, yeah, I think, let's see. I'd hate to take up so much of everyone's time, because I feel like I could talk to y'all forever. And my hope, I guess, for this episode and for all of you is just to embrace the bitch. Give her that big old hug, that just like, girlfriend, yes. And then find ways to release. Speak up for what you need, however bitchy they may seem. If it's something that you need, then you need it. And it can be as I don't know if it's simple, but just, honey, can we not eat in the car, to whatever is calling out to you, that would just make your time and your experience with whoever you're spending it with that much more enjoyable, and just light. Because once you release the bitch, man, you feel lighter. I know I do. Well, I will leave you at that. I know my bitchy frown has definitely turned upside down. And I am going to just hang out with Love Ya Bear over here and let's see how Zena's doing. Okay, I think she officially has fallen asleep in this position. So, mothers, is this okay? I think so. It is for now. I can tell she's moving. Um, but anyways, love to all, love and light. All right, this mom is signing off for now. All righty, y'all.